Lizzanators, what's up? Welcome back to another video. I'm here with my friend Lacey.
Hi.
We are dressed up for Halloween. As you guys can see, she's an alien and I am a unicorn. Yeah. If you guys can see my face. Her lips even sparkle. Alright, so in this video, it's my last Halloween video, which is so sad, but we are going to be doing spooky stories. So we each got 3 stories that we're going to read, and I hope you guys enjoy them. So let's get to the video. Alright, do you want me to go first? Or?
Yeah, you go first.
Alright. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, we also got our Tim Hortons tea, because we're classy Canada.
Yes, true Canadians.
Shout out if you're from Canada. Thumb this video up if you're from Canada. All right. I'm gonna start off with I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna end with that one. That's a good one. I'm gonna start off with click, click, slide. There's lots of versions of this story, but I liked this one, so I'm gonna use this one. A little girl was running late to get home when she started to hear a strange noise. Click, click, slide. Click, click, slide. Looking back, she didn't see anything. But she picked up her pace. Click, click, slide. Click, click, slide. It was getting faster. Finally, she reached her home. The door was locked. Her mother was asleep. Inside, having forgot to unlock the door for her. Click, click, slide. The mother woke up the next morning, realizing she forgot to open the door for her daughter. She ran downstairs and swung open the door. She screamed in horror. The welcome mat was stained with blood, and a dark red smear trailed back to the street. The body was never found.
Ooh.
Spooky! Lacey.
Okay, so I'm going to use my phone because that's what I have in mind. This one's called This Number Has Been Disconnected. A few years ago, this is like a person saying it, so my brother would get a call on his cell phone around 2 to 3 a.m. every night. He would answer, and it was this hellish sounding noise, like static mixed with screams. He changed his cell number after a month of this and stopped. Then after a week or so, it began again, the exact same noise, exact same time. Finally, one day, he decided to back dial the cell. It was an old man that had no clue what he was talking about. Still, the calls persisted. If he didn't answer it, it would call a few more times. No messages were left. He decided to say screw it, ended his contract with his phone company, switched to a new one, and then got another new number. You guessed it, the screaming static calls continued after a short delay, but this time he was terrified every night, unsure why this was happening. He backed dialed the number again and got a different person. Around this time, he lost his job and his phone. The call stopped, of course. His phone was disconnected now. So one day my mom asked me to listen to this weird message she got on her home phone. It was static screaming. We showed my brother and he was freaking out. He backed dialed the number again and it said the number was disconnected this time. Never heard from it again after that.
Scary. Alright, the next one is the white satin evening gown. A poor girl is invited to a formal dance, but she can't afford a dress. She rents a beautiful gown and is the belle of the ball, but eventually gets dizzy from too much dancing. She thinks and asks her date to take her home. The next morning, her mother finds her dead. Turns out the dress she rented was stolen from a corpse before burial, and she was poisoned with embalming? Sorry, I don't know that word. Fluid that activated when she sweated slowly stopped her blood flow. Creepy. Glad that never happened to me when I was a dancer.
Yeah, that would suck.
Imagine.
You'd be like, now I'm dead on the floor. Okay, so mine is, please tell the little girl to get out of my room. I worked night shift as a palliative care RN in a very big, very old nursing home. It's important to note this home and the religious organization that ran it are currently part of the Royal Inquiry into institutional response to the abuse of children. The nurses that worked there for 30 plus years used to delight in telling younger staff that when it was used as a children's home, they used to bury children that died in the rose garden. This old rose garden was apparently in her newer wing of the home. At least 4 times in my 2 years of working there, we would have elderly, close to death patients wake totally lucid in the dead of night and ask us, please tell the little girl to get out of my room, or please get that little boy out of the corner. He's looking at me. Because being in this huge, dark, old, creepy building that had a very awful history and then that happening. After that, I would never do my rounds alone when it happened. It was terrifying. It made my blood run cold, and I'd get a friend to work with me the rest of the night. I was not the only person this happened to either. It was a regular occurrence.
Scary. I like this lipstick.
I know. I can't believe I got this. You can get it at Walmart for a good deal. They got different ones too. I figured those ones would be the best colors from
Yeah, I like them. It's hard candy if you guys want to know. It's hard candy. You can get it at Walmart or like Shoppers.
Really
No, you can't get it at Shoppers. You can only get it at Walmart.
Yeah, I think so.
It's only Walmart. Anyways, I sat on the bus. The story's not me, but the story's called. I sat on the bus. I sat on the bus on my way to school. The story's creepy. Listening to music and paying a little no attention to the other student. At one of the stops, my mind snapped back to reality. I looked towards the small house. Tommy's house, I thought. A hand slipped through the drapes of the window and waved the bus driver to move on. He's sick, I thought, paying no amount of attention to the situation. The next day flew by. I watched the local news channel after school, and what I heard paralyzed me. Tommy's entire family was murdered that day by an unknown suspect. After hearing this news, I moved back up to my room and fell asleep. The next day, I sat on the bus. We drove past Tommy's house, and the bus driver, unaware of Tommy's family's fate, stopped at his house. As I was about to get up and explain to her what had happened, something caught my eye. A pale hand slipped through the drapes of the window and waved the bus driver on. I sat on the bus terrified.
Oh my god, that is so creepy.
I know.
Oh my
scary.
goodness. Okay, hopefully this one's good I got here. Not
Last
alone
one.
in bed. A few weeks ago, my girlfriend and I were sleeping together when I woke up to her saying, "What are you doing?" She sometimes talks in her sleep, but this sounded so coherent and urgent that it jolted me awake, and I asked what she was talking about. She then woke up and said she thought she saw someone at the end of the bed. Thinking it was just a dream or semi-awake hallucination, we thought nothing of it and we went back to sleep. About an hour later, I woke up and saw someone standing on the bed with the sheets wrapped up and twisted to their neck. I didn't know what to do, but the first thing that came out of my mouth was, "What are you doing?" My girlfriend then woke me up. I had been dreaming the exact same thing that she did and said the exact same thing.
Creepy.
Wow, that's super creepy.
So that's it for the spooky stories. I hope you guys enjoyed. What story was your guys' favorite? I think I liked the I sat on the bus. That one was my favorite.
Yeah, I think so. And then I think, what was the other one I did? I think that last one was pretty
Yeah,
good.
I like that one too.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Because it makes me think of like the ghost shows I've seen on TV and also like ghost experiences in my life too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the 2 times, like I said, 2 times I almost got hit by an 18-wheeler and I'm like, oh my god.
People are nuts over here. Learn to drive.
Yes.
If you live in Cape Breton, learn how to fucking drive.
Yes. Even my friend that lives out west right now, she came home, she said they drive better up there than we do down here.
Really though.
Yeah. I think we need older people that don't know how to drive not be on the roads, and then people that know how to drive, pay attention, don't use your cell phones, make sure you watch for pedestrians.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's it. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what your favorite story was. Don't forget to subscribe to be a part of the Lizzanator family. We will be happy to have you. And always remember that a little magic goes a long way. And that's it. And I'll speak to you guys in my next video. I'm going to go trick-or-treating. Bye, guys.
Bye.